Well, good morning, friends. It is Audrey from Odds and Ends, and welcome to day 4 of hashtag Moths in the Scrapattic, which is a play on words of moths in the scrapping attic. So, this 31-day challenge is to encourage you to use up your scraps. We all crafters have tons of scraps, so time to use them. And today's prompt is tattered. We've done rust, corrugated packaging, and today is tattered. Okay, this prompt took me hours because I didn't like what I made. But because I'm not really doing ephemera like most of us are doing, I'm doing ephemera that's attached to a page in my journal because I don't pre-make ephemera. I'll never use it. I have some already sitting in drawers for different holidays, and I forget about it. So I don't pre-make things. So I made a dragon, and he is flying. And he's flying with his wings. He's dive bombing right now. And he's got fire coming out of his mouth, and he's wearing a invisibility cloak. Why, you say? Because I did not like the dragon scales I made. Okay, the tattered part, this is part of a lamb toy from Opal that she has destroyed. It was leather and sheepskin, and it said indestructible. Yeah, not so much indestructible, and she still carries the lamb skin part away. The rest has been eaten, thrown away, destroyed, whatever. But she still carries this, so I cut a little corner of it, and I have to make sure this journal is put up out of her reach because she will take it. I added these used blue gemmy eyes. I made fire flames coming out of his mouth with glitter pens and metallic ink. I added his horns. Those were paisleys out of the tag that Dex had made me, and I saw the paisleys. I'm like, oh, those kind of look like ram's horns. And I'm like, well, if I split it up, I can make dragon horns out of it. Now, what took me so long is I made a body out with scrap origami paper. And these are my scraps. And I think I had like 4 different little scraps. So I punched out a bunch of circles this size. I overlapped them as scales, the skinny neck going into a body, and then I used embossing powder for the wings, except it did not take very well to this cotton paper because it's like almost a homemade paper, and did not take well. And I had some perfect circles because I was doing circle for the embossing just to mimic the scales, and they just look like giant crappy ornaments. I'm like, oh no, this won't work. So I'm like, okay, let me use different colors circles, punch more circles out, try to cover them up, and I'm like, I can live with a little bit of glitter. And no, it still didn't look good. So I outlined each one of the scales in a metallic pen, and it just looked like a 2-year-old made this collage. So, okay. Well, I'm like, okay, well, let me put a cloak on him. And I found this piece of scrap piece of vellum in my, I still have another part of a piece still here. Let's see if I can find it. Because I didn't use it all, and I really do like it. I should have kept it out so I could show it to you. Okay, so it's this vellum here, and it kind of reminds me of window panes. So I made him a magic cloak so he can fly around the city without being spotted. And then the grids on the here, it still didn't seem finished off. So before I put the ribbon on, I stamped dragons on it, and I'm sure y'all know how difficult it is to stamp on vellum. But I did some Asian flowers and some dragons. And you can still see the scales underneath, which I think is kind of cool. So it wasn't a complete waste of time and product, and I did use a whole heck of a lot of scraps. And then I decided that it needed something else, so I added the ribbon along the grids. And then I added this tag, "Life is magical," because dragons are, if not anything but magical. And then I did the corner edges because he looks like he's dive bombing something on this city. So I don't know if it's an animal, a bad guy, who knows. But I'm finally to a point where I like him. It took me a long time to get there. And yesterday afternoon was supposed to be a whole day of crafting. Well, it was a whole afternoon of crafting. I just could not. I'm just like, nope, I'm stopping. I'm to a good point. I'm not doing anymore. And I'm like, I am done. So that was my dragon page for Tattered. And I do like it now. It's whimsical. It's different. Yeah. So there we go on that. And then today's page a day. My goal today is to finish up my paper crafting for the week, or at least the first half of the week, and make egg rolls. If nothing else, make egg rolls. I did make the chicken yesterday. I cooked all the chicken I bought in the crock pot. No, pressure cooker, because that took less time. I cooked it up. I divided it. 2 containers went in the freezer. 1 went into the kitchen, fridge, because I am making egg rolls today. If nothing else, that is what I'm doing. And then if we feel like going anywhere else, there is a furniture sale. It's at this furniture store in town. They have a clearance sale the first Sunday of every month. If we go out, and then the Good Savers is right across the street from there. And I found out we have a real scrapbooking store in town, the kind that you used to go to, in the 90s, early 2000s, that had everything and nothing else other than that. But I do realize they're not open on Sundays or Wednesdays, and every other day is 10 to 4. Well, unfortunately, I work 8 to 4. So Saturdays will be the only day I can go unless I'm on vacation. So I have to remember next Saturday to go to it. So who knows if I'm going to go anywhere today, but I got plenty to do. I don't have to go anywhere. But if I do, I've got a plan. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I will talk to you later. Bye.